Okay, real quick, I just want to talk about the ugly truth about women who have these quote-unquote male friends. Okay? And I'm going to touch on this real quickly and give you guys some real facts about this. And the main fact is that men and women cannot be friends. Okay? Fight me all you want on this. I am a professional pickup artist. I've been teaching this stuff since the late 90s. And one very, very harsh truth I actually realized this a long time ago, is that men and women cannot be friends. There's always going to be some form of sexual tension between the two. Okay, you cannot be friends. And usually the sexual tension is coming from the fact that one of those parties has the hots for the other one. So either the guy has the hots for the girl, which is usually the case, or in rare cases, the girl has the hots for the guy. Okay, so most times it's going to be the guy who is attracted to the female and is posing, quote unquote, posing as a male friend. While in very rare cases, it will be actually the female who's posing as a friend and wants the guy. Okay, but most times it's going to be the dude. And for a lot of you guys who are in these relationships and LTRs, and your girl is like, oh, I have male friends, I have male friends, that's a red flag. Okay, that's a red flag. So when you guys end up having any fights or any arguments, or she feels you're not treating her right, guess where she's gonna go? Guess whose shoulder she's gonna lean on? She's gonna lean on that male friend, right? He's just a friend. He's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, please. Remember that song? Yeah, he's not just a friend, guys. Men and women cannot be friends. There's always going to be one party who has the hots for the other. And like I said, it's usually going to be the guy. So don't buy into the fact, if you meet a girl, if you start dating a girl and she's like, oh, this guy is just my friend. Many cases, as I fix the camera here, just want to make sure it's straight. In many cases too, if you meet a girl, you start dating her, and she's already friends with this dude, and say you're the guy who comes into her life, you start dating her, but she's like, oh, you know, I met this guy long before and he was just my friend. In most of those cases, she has already had sex with that guy. Okay, maybe he wasn't a boyfriend, but she has likely already had sex with him. And maybe she wasn't attracted to him enough to make him a boyfriend. Maybe he did some needy, clingy behaviors that turned her off, so he never made it to that status. Or he flat out didn't want that status with her. He was like happy with the fact he had sex with her, and he's like, I'm done, I'm good. Do your thing, girl. And that was the case, but he is still in her life, kind of like as an emergency backup, right? It's like how an NFL team signs an emergency backup when their other quarterbacks go down. See this happen every once in a while, right? Some teams, like, they lose like their starting quarterback, then the second string goes down, so now they got to play the third string, and on top of that, they immediately sign an emergency backup, right? Just in case the third stringer goes down. So she has these guys in her life that pose as friends, and don't be naive, okay? These guys are not really her friends. Most of these guys in a woman's life who are posing as friends are guys who have not had sex with her yet, okay? Stress yet. Maybe they never will, but the fact doesn't change, is that they're there because they want to have sex with her. Okay, that's not a real honest friendship. Okay, the guy wants to have sex with her. That's not an honest friendship. Okay, an honest friendship would be like the friendship I have between, say, me and one of my wingman, say me and Brando, right? It's an honest friendship. Why? I'm not trying to have sex with that dude. I don't want to, right? He's just my friend. He's just my wing. I don't want anything from him, and vice versa. Right? Vice versa. Whereas when you're friends with somebody and they want something from you, they're not really your friend, right? Maybe you enjoy hanging out with them, maybe you enjoy their company, but they're not really your friend. Let's be honest here. So make no mistake about it. Men and women can't be friends. And it's always hilarious to me, hilarious, that women can't see this. Women honestly believe that that guy's just her friend, right? She honestly believes that. And this is why women are so shocked. They're like shocked as shit. Like when the guy finally comes out and he professes his love for her, he's like, "Can I see you today? I really have something important to tell you." And she's like, what? And he was like, "We have to do this over dinner." And she's like, "Okay, that's fine. What do you have to tell me?" "No, I'm gonna tell you at dinner." And then like she goes off to dinner with him. She's like, "What does he want? What's going on here?" Like she's kind of weirded out. And then she's sitting there having dinner with a guy who she thought was her friend for so many years. They're having their dinner, and then he grabs her hand, and she's like trying to pull away a little bit. And she's like, "What? What's wrong?" And he's like, "I just want to tell you, I've loved you all of these years. I'm in love with you, and I want you to be my girlfriend. Will you please just say you will, please? You'll make me the happiest man on the earth. You'll make me the happiest man on the planet." I mean. And then she's like, whoa, you're supposed to be my friend, right? And it totally changes the dynamic of the relationship from that point moving forward, right? The guy ends up screwing up, and the girl ends up getting creeped out, and she doesn't want to see him anymore. And she has to have that uncomfortable speech with him about how, like, "Oh, I don't see you that way. I see you as like a brother. I see you like a gay little friend. I don't see you that way," you know, and she has to crush the guy, right? But it's a very awkward conversation that I see a lot of guys end up in with these girls where they were posing as friends. They're posing as friends, right? And ironically enough, I teach you how to do this in 7 Months to Master. I teach you how to get in, like just get into the girl's life any way you can, right? Even if it's through the friend zone. But I also teach you how to kind of like have an escape route, right? So you're never like her friend, right? I teach you how to act high value in that relationship while you're supposedly friends with her, how to build value with her, how to build attraction, how to get her amped up, how to pump up her buying temperature to the point where she gets hooked on you and she wants to be with you, right? And all of a sudden your friendship transforms into a romantic dating relationship. I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. So there is a way to get out of the friend zone. I'm just not going to really teach it here on my channel for free, right? You got to get in 7 Months of Mastery. So I got to hold some things back, guys. But in any case, just to wrap up this coaching video, do not be fooled. Men and women cannot be friends. There's always going to be one person who has a crush on the other. And you know what? If both of those people had crushes on each other, guess what? They would be dating. They would be dating. The reason why you have to call it a friendship, quote unquote, he's just my friend or she's just my friend, is because there's not mutual attraction there. Okay? It's a one-way, it's basically a one-way attraction, like a one-way street. There's not mutual attraction there. So you have to call it a friendship in your head to kind of like delude yourself into reasoning why you're spending so much time on this one girl, when really all you need is a little bit of game, a little bit of pickup knowledge, being 7 Months of Mastery, and you could technically get this girl. But a lot of guys, they just stay in the friend zone, and then it gets to the point where I just can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I have to tell her. I have to tell her how I feel. I have to go for it, right? And they do that, they get like embarrassed as shit because the girl's like, "Hey, ooh, don't, what are you doing? Why are you trying to kiss me?" You know, it's super uncomfortable, right? And it's like you're trying to get somebody to feel something that they don't for you. And this is why I teach you guys in my own program that you should not pull the trigger on a girl that is already in your life or somebody that you see frequently. You should not just pull the trigger and go direct on her. Instead, you should fly under the radar. You should build attraction with her, show her how high value you are, build that comfort rapport, just like a basic approach, right? You go through my 5 steps to doing a proper approach, but you're doing it on this female friend of yours, or your waitress, or your bartender, or some girl that you see all the time, your cashier at Target, whoever it is, right? You don't want to go direct on her, because if you go direct on her and you profess your love for her, 99% of the time it's not going to work out in your favor, right? Unless she already happens to like you. But 99% of the time, the reason why you're having to do that is because she hasn't shown you any buying signals yet, right? She hasn't shown you any choosing signals at all. And in order to get those choosing signals from her, if she doesn't like you, off the bat is you have to create that. You have to manufacture that, right? And that's really what pickup in game is about. It's like I manufacture. That's what really pickup is. Actually, you should just call it attraction manufacturer, because that's what I do. That's what I teach students to do, is to manufacture attraction out of thin air, to where the girl gets attracted to the guy. Her buying temperature goes up and she reaches that hook point where she wants to be with him. She wants to be with him romantically, physically, sexually, right? I get these girls to that buying temperature, that hook point, right? By pumping their buying temperature. So, guys who are in the friend zone don't know how to do that, right? Instead, they rely on this very Disney, mainstream type indoctrination that they saw growing up from movies, where it's like the dorky beta male professes his love for the hot girl who can't get a date on Friday night, always home alone Friday night. He finally professes his love for her because all she dates is jerks. And then she's like, I can't believe I didn't see it. He's the one, right? But that's movies. In reality, that doesn't happen. Sorry to break it to you. Reality doesn't happen. Okay, men and women can't be friends. If you want the girl, you have to have some skill and game and pickup and knowledge in order to build attraction with the girl, so you can get her to where you're not professing your love for her, but it's the other way around. She's actually coming to you and going, hey, do you want to date me? And I've literally had a number of girls who friend zone me do that. It's so magical to see that. And then also even more magical to actually experience that, like a girl who friend zoned you to suddenly want to date you. She's the one who's coming after you. She wants you to be her boyfriend, but to be able to teach that to other guys. Like I said, I've taught a number of guys in my 7 months of mastery program how to do it. And I would say overwhelmingly, most of these guys have been able to pull that off. It's really not even that hard to get out of a friend zone once you have some skill, technique, and some social calibration. It's really not hard to do that at all once you understand female nature and why they respond to certain things and don't respond to other things, why they get attracted to certain guys and not attracted to other guys. Once you understand it, it's very easy to turn the tables on her and flip the script. But for the point of this coaching video, men and women can't be friends. And if you're dating a girl and she's telling you she's got guy friends, I guarantee every single one of those guy friends is trying to get in her pants. Do not be fooled. Every single one of those guy friends is trying to get in her pants. Even the gay dude, right? Even the gay dude she might be friends with. Like, oh, he doesn't want anything with me, he has a boyfriend. Probably him and his boyfriend are fantasizing having your girl, like, sandwiched between those two, right? Don't be surprised. And some of these girls are, like, just adventurous enough to do something like that. So, don't be surprised. You know, I've seen it all, right? But men and women cannot be friends, right? Especially if it's your girl and she has male friends. I mean, don't doubt her either. I mean, I'm sure she honestly believes, like a lot of women do, they honestly believe that these guys are their friends. And I'm telling you, they're not your friend, girl. They ain't your friend. They're trying to get in your pants, right? They ain't your friend. And on some level, a lot of these girls on some level, they are aware of it. Like maybe the guy likes her, maybe he's done a few things that kind of give off the vibe that he likes her, but she keeps him around anyway just because it validates her. I mean, as a woman, it makes her feel like wanted, and women like that. That's why a lot of women on social media, they like it when you like their photos and comment on their videos and shit like that. They like that social validation, right? Guys, we don't really need that, but girls, it's like they get off on that. So having these male friends in their lives kind of alleviates that without them having to have sex with them, right? It's no different than being an orbiter online. It's like she could get her validation from you and not have to have sex with you, not have to do a thing with you. So by having these male friends in her life, she has the best of both worlds. She gets to like talk to this guy, bounce ideas off of him about a woman. She gets to share intimate things about him, about you maybe, that she probably wouldn't share with you just because she trusts him as her male friend. And at the same time, on another level, she does realize, like, okay, I'm a pretty decent looking girl. Maybe I'm not like model looking, but I'm decent looking enough where this guy probably wants to get in my pants. He probably would like do me if I were naked. And that's the true litmus test too. You want to ask your girl, it's like, if he's really your guy friend and you are laying on a bed naked and just willing to have sex with him, would he do it? And if he would do it, then chances are he's not your friend. Right? Let's cut that right now. So Can men and women be friends? Absolutely not. They can't. And that's the bitter truth that you just need to learn. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from the DeLorean as I make that glorious U-turn. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash right now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe. It tells YouTube you're loving my coaching videos, you're digging it, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more of them. So please make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s. Same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making things happen every single week, all over the world, in every country in the world practically. We're making things happen regardless of any racial division going on, any virus going on, any pandemic going on, any lockdowns. We are constantly making things happen, and we're continuing to live our lives. And you know what? I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And best of all, this is the absolute best way to support my work, right? Is by jumping into 7 Months to Mastery. And it's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, right? Who can't afford $1? Take advantage of it. Click that link below. Head over to my website, get signed up right now, and I will see you in there. And until next time, see you in the next coaching video. Car drives like it's brand new. It's insane. 9,000 original miles. Woo!